as we finally got information out to the world about the harms from some of these PFAS, particularly the ones that have 8 carbons, which we call C8s, and those are primarily PFOA and PFOS, the two chemicals, for example, that were used in a lot of these firefighting foams. As that story finally got out, people started to finally agree to phase those out, the C8s, and stop making those. But what happened is people started bringing out these replacements, very similar chemicals that maybe had a couple fewer carbons, maybe C6s, C4s, or maybe they added some C9s or C10s. So all these new PFAS started coming out into the world. And what we were hearing from the manufacturers was, well, all the science, well, that's all on C8. There's no science telling you that there's any problem from these new ones. But the problem was, of course, that nobody was doing that science. The companies weren't generating the data. They were simply saying, you can't prove it's harmful. So there's concern among scientists that look how long it took us to get to the point of finally being able to regulate a couple of these. Yet as soon as we do that, the companies simply tweak them. They knock a couple carbons off or they add a couple and they claim that they're new, and we're told we have to start all over again. In the meantime, people are exposed. Do we want to simply use people as guinea pigs and see what happens? Or do we take a more precautionary approach and try to deal with this whole group so we don't have what we call in the US at least the whack-a-mole game, where you deal with one and then the next one pops up and you're told you have to deal with that and then the next one pops up. People point to other cases where we've done things like that, like PCBs or dioxins, where you deal with the whole group and not necessarily just individual ones. But that's a huge debate going on right now.